What's going on, people? Going for a little bit of a throwback today. We're going to be playing some Animonk. I just want to double check one thing, make sure that I didn't miss any animals from Alliance War, although I don't think we really got any. We got Assassin's Beetle. That's the only one, so I don't really think that's worth it. Only change I made was I dropped Nixox and we added Wily Kiva. It's just a solid card, and Nixox kind of inflated our curve a little bit. I think this evens it out a little bit. The deck's still not great, the deck's still not consistent, but it's usually a fun deck. We're going to see if it can continue to be a fun deck. We'll see if that is the case. I wanted to make, or try and think of another weird OTK combo, kind of like the Seething Flesh Golem from yesterday. But I was like, you know what, before I get into that, let me just like take a day and play normally. Because that Flesh Golem deck took a lot out of me. The one really bad luck day I had was exhausting and frustrating, and I was very happy to make it happen, but I was like, you know what, let's not tempt fate, let's just chill, and we'll get back on that horse soon enough. So we're gonna play some Animal Monk, playing against Guildsworn, which lately has been more aggressive, but is still perfectly reasonable as a slower rage deck. So it's not like we can really expect either. I'll just play the Crocodile. This dies to Firebolt, whereas this doesn't, but I think I'd rather find out if he has it. This is Dragon Guildsworn. It's interesting. This is probably just going to die if I play it next turn to Lightning Bolt. Or maybe not. Oh, I missed out on 1 damage. I thought that was a Pilfer ability. Whoops. I thought the 1/1 +1/+1 for Dragon or for Wolves was on Pilfer. That's my fault. So we didn't die to the Lightning Bolt that I thought was coming, but we died to Devour. But he used a Devour. He has a Dragon's Fury.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's grant?
I'm hoping he just like spends his whole turn playing one big dragon. We can Javelin, and then set up like Shadow Mirror and Shadow Green Elder on the same turn. I mean, I guess I technically got my wish. Just not in the way that I wanted it to happen. We're just kind of trying to whittle him down. Skyborn Dragon is a underrated card. Right, now, if this board somehow sticks, Shadow Green Elder will be pretty bonkers next turn.
We must protect our stronghold.
Okay.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
Still pretty good turn, and we have both Viper and Javelin online for next turn. I guess this is bad if he has Ice Storm or Frost Scale.
Is someone out there?
Okay.
My scales move in shadow.
Just keep pushing damage. Probably should have put the Kiva over here, because if he puts another big guard in front of me, we're going to want to Viper it. Top deck Shadow Green Elder would be mwah. Hrothgar Forge. I'm a fan of this guy. Oh wow, and he gains health. Good job.
My scales move in shadow.
prophecy.
Is someone out there?
Oh, I should have waited and saw what item came down. I forgot that he had that. My mistake. That was a misplay. I both forgot that he had this and that it triggers on both turns. What do you get rid of here? More Vipe. That's probably smart. My God, he's doing good on these items.
I will cut your purse and your throat.
My scales move in shadow.
And unfortunately, we still lose both. I should have left that just to attack our face, but now we have threats in both lanes. They're down to 3 cards.
It's not enough to watch.
Oh my God! How are you doing this?
You will die where you stand.
My dude rolled guard on like 4 consecutive items. Ah! I wish Hrothgar Forge was like not completely horrible, because it's a card that I would really love to play around with more. I'm glad we top decked our charge. We have 6 charge creatures in the deck. Triple Giant Bat, Triple Cliff Racer, and then the Shadow Mirror. So at all times, we have a decent amount of charged creatures online. Or close to online. I'm assuming this is mid-battle mage. That was an interesting deck, though. It was like Item Dragon Guildsworn. I think it probably would have been better as just Dragon Guildsworn, but I'm not gonna fault somebody for playing that. That was dope. It's gonna be sad when I ring this out on 2 and it just gets bolted. Or killed by their turn 2 Wardcrafter.
Careful there, friend.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there was a prophecy that we hit on this, it could have came in handy more. I don't expect this to do much for us.
Let's heat things up.
Okay. Next turn is looking like probable Cliff Racer.
I will have your head.
I'll kill you when you stand.
Would like a word with them.
I mean, when he trades, as long as he doesn't have another ward, we're just gonna probably jab the big guy. Keep him moving. Okay. Just keep chugging along. Next turn, I might go for Beast Caller to try and set up an amazing Shadow Green Elder. He's got the Alfiq off the top.
Your blood will spill.
Oh God, that's nuts! No! The top deck Candy Crush! How could you do this to me, game? That was a blowout waiting to happen. If you didn't have turn 6 top deck Candy Crush. Seekers. We're probably just dead here. I guess it was a mistake stacking that lane, but I mean, I know he doesn't play Ice Storm, so the only card in his deck that wrecked us there was exactly Candy Crush on 6. And it's not a card you keep in your mulligan, so I'm kind of okay with that risk, to be honest. It didn't work out, but with a deck like this, like, you can't afford to try and like hang in there against mid-battle mage. It's the best deck in the game at the moment, so if I sat around, they're going to win over the course of a long game. So I went for the game-winning play, and they just happened to have the one card in their deck that would have done it for them. Even if they had Elfique, I could have just worked around the Elfique, buffed everybody up, went face, and been fine. That's one of those calculated risks where when you play a deck that's not as good as a meta deck, you have to just know what you're getting yourself into. No harm, no foul. Obviously misplay with hindsight, but hindsight makes fools of us all. I wish I would stop drawing javelins in my opening hand. That would be pretty helpful. And all of these, like, removal cards. I'd like to be able to, like, develop a board.
I bark and birth.
At least I have a 3 and a 4 now. This will almost assuredly get hit with a negation or Blackhand Messenger or whatever. Tavani has like 700 different ways to deal damage.
Will guide us.
But if he uses that now, I mean, maybe we'll eat up the Fire Bloom next turn then. Interesting using the ring and this on a 1/2. Next turn is probably just Werebat, unless I get another 2-drop. Maybe I'll play Thieves Guild in a 2-drop. Or maybe I'll just play Barded Guar. And see if he has another way to hurt this. I do want to clear this off the board at some point, just because I don't want to give him easy Fire Bloom targets. I know we're sacrificing some damage by doing that, but I think in the long term it's probably decent. I don't know. It depends on what he does this turn. Either way. Never mind. So he had the Fire Bloom ready. Okay.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
I was okay with that risk because, again, most of my deck is 2 or 3 cost. We just got unlucky on that one. Mostly fine.
I will cut your purse.
That was pretty sweet. We have Moose online for next turn. Or if I draw Shadow Green Elder, we're obviously playing that. Altar. Okay. I mean, so we're kind of on a timer here. Drawn all 3 Apex Wolves.
You will die where you stand.
Next turn, maybe Moonlight and Viper. I don't know, it depends on what he has. But obviously he's going to start kind of ramping up here. Okay. Could have gone Brynjolf, but this just feels a little better. Also draws another card. And I want to try and open some hand space up to play the other Moose. And just keep developing threats and hope we get towards our Shadow Green Elder ASAP.
I fly like the wind and the shadows protect me.
Another Fire Bloom. Nope.
And you will be kind for this.
It's not a bad card. And I'm gonna clear it though.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
If I would have played Brynjolf first, I would have had one more Magicka, but one Magicka doesn't allow me to play anything else, so there was no reason to make that play. Okay. We have another Viper if we need it, and we can play Viper plus Beastcaller. They've played all 3 negations and 2 Ice Storms. More than likely this is going to get hit with the altar. Would be Ungolem most likely. Yep. But we don't have to worry about that unless he has second.
And then continuing to do so. You aren't my master.
Alright,
What
that's
you do for
unfortunate,
now?
but
I can smell your fear.
alright. I'm more confident playing this because I don't think he has third Ice Storm and he played all 3 negations. So his only answers would be that third Ice Storm or his second or third Blackhand Messenger. You can ring this out and get a Harpy. Not ring it, but, you know, play the altar onto it.
Trusted me.
Mana Marco. What's good for my discard pile? Moose? I assume it'd be Moose or Apex Wolf. Oh, Viper's good as well. Yeah, I can't fault that. I mean, not that my opinion means anything, but I can't fault that. I think I want the threats here. Again, we're just waiting on our Shadow Green. We have a 10% chance of drawing it.
Everything myself.
Make a sacrifice stack and a Harpy. Or that, also. 3, 7, 10... And we have 4 charge from hand. Plus, we still have 3
There is murder in the air.
cliff racers. We have 3 of those in the deck. Alright, that would have done more if we didn't have them all in hand. Just, yeah, attack first. See what happens. We got force. Lucifer.
If I fall,
Part of me wants to play some stuff out. That's pretty good. We'll take out his lethal. And then we will play Apex Wolf and Lurking Crocodile. It's not bad for 6 Magicka. 8, 9 in stats, gain 5 Magicka across 2 body. This game's not over yet. Talvani still has a lot of ways to generate value. 3 and 29 of drawing Shadow Green Elder. You'll draw 1 extra card if you can't silence our Apex Wolf. You'll get to gain some health here and kill that. And draw a card, more importantly.
the power within you.
Okay. Ramping is fine. Fire Bloom. Enter ring. not too bad at all. This deck can really burst with these Shadow Green Elders, but obviously it's not a super top tier deck. It's just a fun deck. But that's what we do here. I also got some packs to open for you guys, so we're going to get that popping today. We got the Premium Legendary pack. I did not go for duplicate protection here. I have my full collection of Moons of Elseweyr. We're just going to see what the Fates give us. Figured, screw it. It's probably entertaining for you guys. But we're going to open our 2 regular packs first. If you guys haven't seen in the shop today, there's 2 Moons of Elseweyr packs for 10 gold. So obviously that's a no-brainer. Pick that up. And then there's also a Premium Legendary for 1,000 gold. I would say only spend that if you are huge on premiums or you have tons of extra gold. Because typically when this event comes out, when this offer is offered, that means we're on the precipice of another expansion, and they kind of want to drain the player base of their gold, so you can't just buy packs with gold. You know, typical game developer things. But let's see what we get from our Premium Legendary pack. Mjolnir, not bad. I was actually thinking about if I went for Premium Protection, I was going to go for Calgrantide, but Mjolnir is not a bad second place guy. But yeah, that is going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you guys all very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.